Hello, hello! Pete's Packs here, and we're back with War of the Spark Booster Box number 2. Let's get into this. Alright. So, as mentioned in the prior video, this is before they did the split into draft boosters and set boosters, so these are just the type of boosters. So we got packs 1 through 12, 13 through 24, and 25 to 36. Alright. Pack 1. Our commons. And uncommons. Huh. Yeah, guess I put those there. First one we've got is Spark Double. 68. That is our first Spark Double. Then we have a foil Bulwark Giant. Very nice. A forest and a zombie army. Pack 2. Our commons. So many fantastic commons in this set. Our uncommons and Mobilized District. Let's see, 249. That is our first Mobilized District. Mountain and a zombie army. One thing I have noticed, or one thing that you'll likely notice throughout this, is that you end up with much more uncommons in draft boosters than you do, or regular boosters than you do in set boosters. And you also end up with a better distribution of commons. So, having these high quality commons and uncommons is really nice. Let's see, 194. This is our second Dreadhorde Butcher. Very nice. That was a key part of Rakdos Sacrifice when this was in Standard. Pack 4. Alright. Commons. Uncommons. Arsit's Reversal, number 2. Very nice. 62. Yep. 2. Swamp and a wall token. Alright, pack 5. I'll say also, these older style packs are much easier to open. I don't know if it's because they dried out or something, as they got older. Isotope Plating, it was a good sideboard card. Pulsmere, Friend to Wolves, very nice. We got his, we got Voja, Friend to Elves, the token that goes with him yesterday. Oh, this one has a slight misprint. It's interesting. It's got a little, like, foil streak on it. Very odd. 224. This is our first Tolsmere. An island and a servo token. Alright, pack 6. Alright. Got our very good commons. Full Belt Riders was pretty substantial as an uncommon. And Interplanar Beacon, one of my favorite uncommons in the set. We have Raoul, Storm Conduit, 211. That is our second Raoul, Storm Conduit. Mountain and Zombie Army. Pack 7. Asmina's Transmutation, from what I understand, is a pretty good card for Commander as well. So it lets you cut off enemy commanders. Right. Commons are uncommons. Moo. Dovin. Plane-wide Celebration. 172. This is our second plane-wide celebration. Just throwing stuff all over the place today. Wolf token and a planes. Hey, pack 8. There are commons. Hey, Mayhem Devil. It's clumsy today. And allows a tap plating. Very nice. Ravnica at War. Sell all multicolored permanents. 20. It's our first Ravnica at War. Swamp and a Devil token. Pack 9. Okay. Got our commons. So many great commons in this set. Uncommons. Watley. The Elder Spell, very nice. Still one of the best pieces of Planeswalker removal ever printed. Let's see, 89. This is our first The Elder Spell. Hey, we got a foil too. Cyclops Electromancer. Nice. Forest and a Goblin token. Another nice thing about this era in Magic is foils were still special. As opposed to now with set boosters and collector's boosters where foils are effectively worthless. At least for commons and uncommons. Let's see. Hey, Ashiok. Very nice. Yeah, there's Living Twister. 203. This is our second Living Twister. Island and an emblem. Very nice. This emblem we'll actually put with the rares. Because that emblem is really hard to find. I believe there's 19 emblems in this set. So I know there's a whole bunch of them. This is pack 11. Despark. Nice. Gleaming Overseer. Edgemina. And we have Tomek. Distinguished Advocist. 34. That's our first Tomek. Mountain and a Zombie Army. Now pack 12. All right. Commons. Uncommons. Nice Samet. Karn's Bastion. Very nice. Let's see, 248. This is our first Karn's Bastion. foil Relentless Advance. Very nice. Planes and a zombie army. All right, on to our second stack. With this few lucky 13. Okay. We'll return to nature. Oh. Come on now. In our uncommons, we have Chandra's Triumph, Bond of Insight, which was such a great card. Interplanar Beacon, very nice. Actually, there. Hey, Teferi, Time Raveler, very nice. One of the most oppressive cards from the standard. That is our first Teferi Time Raveler. Planes and a zombie army. Lucky 13 indeed. Pack 14. Commons. Uncommons. Yangu. Wildcrafter, very nice. Single Combat, 30. That is our second copy of Single Combat. Forest and a Devil token. Pack 15. Right. Arboreal Grazer. Really good common. We have uncommons. Domri. Narc of Bolus. 191. It's our first Domri. Island and a Wizard. Alright, Sweet 16. Our commons. Hey, congrats Rampage. That's a pretty good uncommon. We have Oath of Kaya. Very nice. Let's see, 209. Oath of Kaya was a fantastic piece of removal at the time. Still is pretty solid. It's a good way to protect your planeswalkers as well. All right, back 17. Commons. Tamio's Epiphany is a fantastic card in whenever you have the Omniscience events in Arena. Hey, Karn the Great Creator. Very nice. It's our first Karn. Also, one of the most expensive cards in the set. And incredibly oppressive in every format that it is legal. Which, I believe it's been banned in a couple. And a foil God Eternal Oketra. Very nice. Foil Mythic. Let's see, 16. That is our first God Eternal Oketra. We will sleeve. We should probably sleeve up that Karn too, but let's sleeve up the Karn and the Oketra. Pretty sure the Karn is much more expensive than the Oketra. And then Zombie Army and a Swamp. Oketra was a pet card for me. Um, in this standard, I would put it into a lot of decks where it just didn't belong, just because I really enjoyed it as a finisher. Um, those of you that have watched my videos for a long time, or know me in person, know that I'm a really big fan of Control. It's actually my favorite way to play Magic, followed by Combo. Another Mayhem Devil. Very nice. And this time in Standard was just absolutely wonderful for me. 186. That is our first Bioessence Hydra. Very nice. Assassin and a Forest. And Aketra's just a really fun win condition for control decks. Granted, during this time, playing Control was like playing Control on steroids because you had Teferi. A lot of the time, it came down to who got their Teferi out first in the Control mirror. And Planeswalker Control was just the default. Hey, Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. 54. This is our first Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. This one's very similar to Thassa's Oracle. If you would draw a card, it's basically Laboratory Maniac that can also do a bunch of other good stuff for you. But Laboratory Maniac's also a card I really enjoy. Foil Arboreal Grazer, very nice. Island and a Wizard token. Alright, pack 20. I think we're gonna have to split off our uncommons. Just to make space. Actually, the Kiora would be pulled to the side because he actually sees quite a bit of play because of Pioneer. Alright, I think that's good enough. Alright, pack 20. Commons. Oh. Clumsy today. Hands just are not cooperating. I think I'm going to start pulling Arboreal Grazers because I'm just not seeing a whole lot of them. Dovin's Veto we pull. Healy we pull. Silent Submersible. 66. Let's see. This is our first Silent Submersible. I remember getting in an argument with a friend of mine who was dead set that this was the next Smuggler's Copter, and it was terrible. We all live and learn. All right, 21. They gave me a really hard time because I was super bullish on Smuggler's Copter when it first came out, and for good reason. I mean, the card was absolutely busted. It was so good it got banned in multiple formats. Casualties of War, very nice. This was a really common top end at the time. 87. There were a few decks that tried to ramp into this as fast as possible. For good reason. Like, if you resolve this against your opponent, you could very easily just blow them out. This is a good one. A lot of the Sultai control decks were focused on getting that, or playing that as fast as possible. For a while, we also had Nexus of Fate in the standard as well for a while. And Sultai was just very, very strong during that time. Evolution Sage, very nice. District Legionnaire. Vivian, Champion of the Wilds. Very nice. 180. That is our first Vivian, Champion of the Wilds. Gives your creatures flash. Doesn't actually give them flash, just you may cast creatures as though they had flash. Mono green and green black were also really popular decks at this time. The mono green was kind of a stompy deck. Not super aggro, but definitely stompy. And then green black deck was very much a mid-range deck. Fibblethib the Lost. 50 is our second Fibblethib. Servo and Forest. Nice. And rounding out the second stack, we have Pack 24. All right. Should really there. Hey, another Neoform. Ugin the Ineffable. That is our second Ugin the Ineffable, who is set number 2. Zombie and an island. Very nice. All right, onto the third stack. Pack 25. Staying alive at 25. Let's see. Failed speed limiting campaign. Right. Commons. Uncommons. Hey, another Dovin's Veto. Very nice. And we have Sorin, Vengeful Bloodlord. 217. That is our second Sorin. Very nice. Island and an Angel token. Pack 26. Right. Commons. There are uncommons. And we have Mizium Tank. 138. This was a fun one in the blue-red Phoenix deck, I think. Played this occasionally, at least out of the sideboard. 138. It's also used in the Jumpstart deck. All right. That was more after War of the Spark, or yeah, just before the next set out of War of the Spark. My memory is a little hazy on the timeline there because everything's just kind of a blur during that time. Bond of Flourishing. That was a fun one. Good way to ensure that you hit your turn 3 Teferi, hit your land drops and control, especially against the mono red decks at the time. Gaia, Venerated Fire Mage, and we have Krenko, 10th Street Kingpin. Very nice. We recently saw a reprint of this card in one of our secret layers. 137. That is our first Krenko. We have another foil, Even Eternal. Very nice. Swamp and an Assassin token. Let's see. Pack 28, I believe. Kaya's ghost form was a fun one too. It was really good if you had something with an ultimate, a planeswalker that had just gotten to its ultimate. So you could put Kaya's ghost form on it, use the ultimate, use up all its loyalty counters, and then have it come back in and immediately reuse it. Another Bond of Flourishing, very nice. Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi. Throwback to the original throwback to the original Ravnica. I did see this played a little bit in some of the black green decks and Sultai decks, and occasionally you'd see it in the mono green stuff, but generally they were trying to beat you before Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi would have been good. But 152. That was our first Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi. The downside of it is it doesn't untap the land. We have a foil Rubble Belt Rioters. Very nice. Forest and a zombie army. $29. I have to say, as far as like card quality, War of the Spark just had amazing card quality across the board. The rares were all stellar. Most of the rares were stellar, rather. It's a ton of just fantastic commons and uncommons. Mobilized District. That is our second one. It is 249. Mountain and a Goblin token. This is pack 30. Just the power level of War of the Spark was just very strong. I think we had. Trying to think what the set after War of the Spark was. I want to say it was Throne of Eldraine, but I could be way off. Finale of Glory, very nice. This is our first Finale of Glory. Set number 12. Again, that whole time is just very, very easy. Because I was mostly playing on Arena, so the way I associate memories didn't quite line up with that. Like, I remember this came out in 2019, which was before the pandemic. And I remember, like, I think the last set that I played before the pandemic actually started was either Throne of Eldraine or Theros Beyond Death. Hey, back-to-back finales, very nice. 91 is our second finale of Eternity. Swamp and a Zombie Warrior. Right, pack 32. I don't know. It's very hazy for some reason. I remember what I played against quite a bit during some of these times. Massacre Girl. That's our second Massacre Girl. I don't necessarily remember the order that things came out during that time. I know Ikoria came out. Well, I think Ikoria was the first set that came out during the pandemic. Either Kaldheim or Ikoria. One of those two. I think it was Kaldheim, then Ikoria. But my memory fails me. I should just look. I really should just look it up. All right. Rare is Karn's Bastion, number 2. Very nice. But again, part of why I have these still is because I wasn't getting to play in paper. I just kept buying my normal case per set, plus a few extras. By a few extras, I mean like some of the commander decks and things like that. I think this might have actually been before I was buying 4 of each commander deck / precon that came out. This was before they were doing a commander deck for every single set, which I kind of miss. Hey, Narset, Finale of Devastation, nice. Our last 6 packs, we've gotten 3 finales. 160. This is our second Finale of Devastation. We have a foil Invading Manticore. Nice. A zombie army and a mountain. All right. Pack 35. Because I remember Jeskai Luca was a deck that I played during Ikoria. I remember it had like Fires of Invention. It had Narset. Pretty sure it had Dovin's Veto. Oh, Command the Dreadhorde. That was a fantastic late win con during this time, especially for Esper Control deck and the 5-color Planeswalker control. Let's see, 82. That is our second Command the Dreadhorde. Also saw some play in the Sultai deck. It's one of the nice things about it is you could use it along with the Elder spell. You could destroy a whole bunch of Planeswalkers, and then you could steal your opponent's Planeswalkers out of their graveyard with that. It's a really powerful thing that you could do. Especially since there were 2 different Ugins in play. So you had Ugin Spirit Dragon, and you had Ugin the Ineffable, which showed up in just a ton of decks at the time, along with like Teferi and Narset and Sarkhan. Like this is a fantastic time for Planeswalker control. And we have Ajani the Great-Hearted, rounding out pack 36. 184. That's our second Ajani. Swamp. That swamp looks just like Bolas's Citadel. Bolas's Citadel, just from a different view. Pretty sure that's what that is. The zombie army. Very nice. All right, well, thank you for joining me on this adventure to Ravnica for the War of the Spark. And also listening to me ramble about standard formats that haven't been around for like 4 or 5 years. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave me a comment down below. What is your favorite time, or what is your favorite standard in the last 10 years? Now is actually pretty great. But also the last roll of War of the Spark was fantastic time in standard, at least to me. I loved the control decks that I could build there. Like playing heavy Planeswalker control was a lot of fun. You had just these big haymakers that everyone was tossing around, and it felt good, at least to play online, which is what I was doing at the time. Most of my stuff, or most of the Magic that I got to play was online during that time, because I had moved away from my LGS to pursue a part of my career. So didn't get to play on paper, but I did play just a ton online. Yeah, let me know down below. And until next time, stay awesome, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.